Do you work by the beach, B?
That's life, huh? What you talking about? Yeah.
Say that one. Take that with your hands.
Toy, did you wave at me? I wasn't looking. Oh, not yet. All right, cool. All right.
Let's sit it on your side, bro. Put it on the floor over there.
Yeah.
Sit on the floor. There you go.
Y'all team Repo over there. I should have grabbed that too, honestly.
What, Red Bull?
Reposado. Reposado.
So I can't say Deli Boy, but you can say Repo.
I'm saying it makes sense. I'm dating a Puerto Rican right now, so you know I got.
Here we go. So that, I guess that makes you bilingual.
It makes me all the linguals, goddammit.
And so it's been said.
It's facts. All right.
See what you did.
No pun intended. They coming though. Pause. But yeah. Let's get it. 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 Let's get it.
We good?
I'm just waiting on.
Oh, okay.
On Miss Boss Lady to let me know we good. That's right.
If I could rap, I would rap over this.
You should rap, yo.
Nah, I'm trash. You gotta know your limitations. That'd be the problem. People got friends that don't tell them that.
You go crazy on this, huh, Mick?
Oh yeah. Okay. People don't got no friends and they won't fucking tell them like, yo, that shit ain't it.
I am.
I love you though.
I haven't been invited to a studio in like 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody told you
What?
that you can't rap.
Oh no, I told people. To my friends. The truth.
No, this ain't it.
Yeah, I don't like. I tell people, I give them a disclaimer before you even let me hear. Like, hey, bro, you know, if I don't like it, I'm gonna have to tell you.
Yeah.
But you don't like a lot, Court. You almost as bad as me. Almost.
I gotta feel it, bro. I'm a genuine guy.
It's a black screen on Facebook.
These days, though, can you tell a nigga his music bad?
As like I said, as long as we got the video, then we good. We could go. What you want? I bet. Oh. All right. Count me into it.
5, 4.
God.
She knows I hate it when I say count me in.
Drake was smarter than me.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Oh, I need some more energy. It's a Monday. Feel that bass line. Oh my gosh. Man. I know the people are like, yo, what is wrong with knots? Nothing. I'm practicing the gratitude a la holiday season. I'm just happy to be here amongst my peoples. We are here for another special edition of Pause for Applause podcast. Yours truly, DJ Knots here checking in. We appreciate y'all. We got some special things to get to. But before we get to them, alongside my partner in crime, the one and only.
It's good, y'all. It's Will Thrill, professional shit talker extraordinaire, lover of the people, the culture, and everything about it.
Yerrrrr.
Oh, shit. Monday.
We ain't done a Monday show in a minute.
It was Monday Night Nuts.
Yeah. Whoa, wait. How did I get a part?
Nice.
Keep going.
Let it settle.
If you from the hood, I know you feel me.
I know where you was going, but yeah, anyway. How you feeling, though?
Sensational, brother.
Good.
I actually had a good weekend, relaxed, went to fucking sleep.
Well, you do that every weekend, so.
No, bro, this one was good, though. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you something, bro. I had I made a cocktail, right? But it was with the
First
lemonade
of all.
from home.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Keep going. I'm sorry.
You got a pause cocktail? You can't?
Oh man. Hey yo. Yeah.
Just continue on. I'm sorry.
He said, "Hey, yo."
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What about nightcap? Can I get that off?
I mean, what she look like?
That's a fact.
Come on.
Okay, you
Come on. Come on.
You shooting from half court now.
I'm warming up.
I see what type of game we
Heating
in. But no. So I had the dirty lemonade from homeboy at from Cash Cuddle Cannabis.
Oh yeah, Cash Color Cannabis last week. Yeah.
I had some reposado to go with it.
See,
tell you something, buddy.
Yeah.
That shit was it.
Nice.
I was gone.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning like, all right, I am refreshed. That's the type of sleep I needed.
Well, thank you for sharing with the people how great you slept.
You're welcome, y'all.
All right, so
don't do drugs, kids.
Court's here.
Yeah, I'm here.
How you feeling, brother?
What you said? Sensational?
Sensational.
Ecstatical.
Okay.
Bro, that's not a word, son.
I own that. I own that. That's
Nah,
me.
come on with it.
It's all me, bro.
Because you can rest assured nobody has used that word ever.
Nobody.
Ecstatical. Spell it. No, you know what? Never mind. Don't do that.
Yeah,
Don't do that. Now I sound like a hater. I'm sorry.
You better than that.
You being ecstatical. Go ahead.
I'm ecstatical, bro.
So you better than that, Nasta.
All right. Well, we're glad you are here.
Yeah.
Let's get to the reason. The special. Listen. I'm gonna do all of that in just 1
I was
second.
about to say, you gotta let me look crazy.
Man, no. I almost want to let you do the intro.
Yeah, I really just want to go crazy. I was gonna make my own ad libs and all.
I'm gonna toss the alley and let you finish.
Right,
but while we here, we are here with a special individual because certain individuals are more than just artists. They're more than just MCs. And when I do these intros, I always stick to the facts on purpose. So when I talk about this brother being here, this king being here, and how grateful we are because of what he means to the culture, and we're gonna get so deep into that, what I mean by that. But one of these super talented artists that we've had in hip hop for a long time now, just released one of my favorite projects, and this is not me even guessing it up. One of my favorite projects already of 2022. Y'all make some noise for the one and only Mickey Factz.
Big Bronx energy.
Come on. Welcome, brother.
I'm a star from with the meteorite. Crash landed. The head from your witch made me explode after I stretched. Fantastic. Bet on the Yankees for 1K. Pulled up to the table. Slammed it on the grand, slammed it. Then I made 4 runs. The first one was for my son. He wanted toy guns. The second one was for my school. I needed more funds. Got approved like a hand injury. I saw thumbs. Third one for the mall. Did a store run. I'm on a winning streak. Can't talk about the fourth one or the fourth win. Pardon me. I lost count. Dracula. I got a terabyte full of songs out. Where your sis go? I hope she got a thong out. Yeah, that's all I got.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on,
so you
man.
see why I do not rap.
Yeah,
Fucking embarrass myself if I'd have just went before that.
When you talk about intros and you talk about bars and you talk about people who really do this shit, bro, it's like you're the epitome of that.
It's Mickey. What up, man? I'm here, man. We try to give something to the people every time we step up, and I'm proud to be here. At Pause for Applause. Thank you guys for allowing me the Great Shot Studio session.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for coming, man, because we know how busy it is.
Yes.
For you all the time, but especially this time of year,
yes.
Especially when you drop a project like that. So we are really truly appreciative of it because we know how it is. We know what kind of run that you about to be on and have been on already.
Yes.
How's it feel?
It's exciting to see the people rejuvenated, to see me back outside. Me jumping on these radio freestyles, me dropping the album, and then also me shaking hands and kissing babies at the listening sessions. I think it's important for the people to kind of see me back outside after a full year of running a school. I think it's important for people to see me and be able to see a tangible version of myself. You know what I mean? Indeed. And that,
I was at the album release this past Friday at Love Below. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Shout out No Bars Off, because y'all did a great job, man. I really enjoyed hearing y'all take on it, because I'm not an MC. I'm a DJ first. So hearing you talk to another super MC with Shot Stimuli and with Brown, another super appreciated the culture, it was just like, it was a different energy than I think what a normal interview would be. Mm-hmm. And that's what came across you. Did you feel that way?
Absolutely. I mean, those are my guys. Shout out to Shy. Shout out to Brown. For me, it was very important that the people that were in attendance got a chance to kind of hear the backstory to some of the songs, how the creation of the album went, as well as have my producer fly in from New York to be there to kind of experience that as well. It was great to see all the people that pulled up. Shout out to Soul Messiah who pulled up. Shout out to my brother Dutch. Shout out to Big Crit. Shout out to my man Mac the Black Sheep came in from North Carolina.
Come on.
It was a lot of love in the building, and there was supposed to be more people, but obviously it was short notice. So it is what it is, but I'm appreciative of every person that stepped foot in that building. It meant a lot to me.
Indeed, bro. It was really amazing, and it's like you felt the love. Our producer got to adjust your mic real quick, but I'm gonna keep talking because I felt the love in there. And like I said, I got there a few minutes late coming from another appointment, but it was just like as soon as I walked in, it was just like, oh, this is something different. This is not just your regular listening session asking questions. It was people who are really in tune with you as a person and really in tune with the music, because that was Friday. The project had dropped, 12 hours before?
Yeah, the project had dropped the day before. 12 hours before. And, people had some time to digest it. It was, it's a pretty dope album, from my perspective. A lot of people saying it's my best. I think it's because, it's a soulful album. It's like my blueprint, if you ask me. You know what I mean? It's a very, very soulful album, very intentional album. It's a very grown album. I made this for black brothers and black women, over the age of like 34, 35.
Indeed. And that's how I came across. So go ahead, Will, because we're biting at the chip. Go ahead.
You good. I always say this when I'm like, you give me you give me soul loops and somebody who can really rap. Hey, bro, you can put that shit in. Like, I'm good. This is what I want. Thank you. You can leave it alone. And the term I thought about too, especially when it's somebody grown, is give me that like that relationship rap. That's what I'll be calling it. Like that, like because like we don't get it. We don't get a lot of it. Like so, like there's a perspective that only somebody that's grown up in hip hop and is of like the same age as I am that's gonna be able to like talk to me directly. Right. You know what I mean? Like almost like when I hear like young lovers of hip hop, that's like, your parents just say to you, "Hey, you understand when you get older." Right. Like, and that's what I'll be feeling like. I was like, nah, I know you don't get it right now, but like this, he's talking about some shit right here. Yeah. Like, don't let this go over your head. Like,
that's a good point, though.
Just don't let this go over your head because he's talking some shit right now.
That's a great point because, like I said, well, on our show and when we post on Discover Music Network and things like that, we kind of global. We're a little bit global. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So if people are not familiar with you, in 30 seconds, how would you introduce yourself to them?
Hip hop artist, from the Bronx, New York, super incredible lyricist, cares about the culture, owner of a school of hip hop, Grammy Award winning, ghostwriter / co-writer, 2 Honda commercials.
Come on.
1 Sony headphone commercial, Puma endorsement deal, Y3 endorsement deal. Have everybody. I'm the reason y'all wear skinny jeans. I'm the reason why I ain't baggy no more. I'm the reason why we put out 1 song a week and to flood the market. That should be 30 seconds. I could have.
Oh my gosh! Listen, you left a lot out, and you still hit on stuff that I really didn't realize. Yeah, you're the reason why we wear skinny jeans.
That's me. It's actually me. I mean, listen.
Not mad at you, man.
I mean, but before me, people were baggy. I mean, that's just the reality of the situation.
Thank you.
Listen, thanks. Listen, man, it's me, man.
No more.
All worked out.
Yeah, no more boss jeans.
It worked out. No more Parasucos.
No, that's over with.
No more Paco.
Parasucos. Oh my gosh.
No more Paco.
Yeah, turn it on.
So, what was it about baggy jeans that you hated?
For me, it just looked crazy. Like
like what size of those?
And I found some old pictures of me, in 1998, 1999 when I was doing it, and I was like, this is crazy. Then I found a picture of me in 2002. I had the nasty baggy denim with the white Pradas.
The World Cups.
With the World Cups in 2002. Yeah. With the long Burberry jacket. Yeah.
no sneaker has lasted longer than the world.
Them shits is still nah. Yeah, maybe the maybe the threes,
maybe the threes, yeah.
or the ones.
Yeah,
you know. But like
no designer kick has lasted that fucking long.
Right.
Normally they just go away after a while. The World Cup will not die.
So around like 2004, I just was like, yo, this
can't be it.
This don't seem right. What kind of denim am I gonna put on that nobody else is wearing? So I went to Saks and I went to Bloomingdale's. I'm from New York City, by the way.
Let's go.
Come on.
And I saw True Religions, and it were about $250. This is 2004, late, and I copped, and I was like, okay, what else? And it was 7 jeans. I copped 7 jeans. I was like, all right, what else? What else is out here? And I started to see the fit was different, and you can only wear those denim with dunks.
Yeah.
But you had to be going downtown. If you wasn't going to Soho, East Village, you know, if you wasn't in that area, you were baggy.
Yeah.
Like completely. Yeah. And I know my man, he's confused. He's like, I don't know what he's talking about. But like, New York street culture changed
drastically
society, right? And I was the spokesman for that, right?
Okay.
And you know, I was able to kind of implement these styles into my music. So the fact that I was rapping about it, it changed the trajectory of how people dressed. Because if you look at the cover of the Double XL with the freshmen before me, when it was Lupe and Pap and Saigon, they were all baggy.
That was a good cover. But yeah, I'm with you.
They were baggy in 07.
Yeah.
On the cover with me and Cudi and Wale, they're all baggy. I'm the only one with slim fit denim. And we were the leaders of the new school. I was the only one with slim denim. I gotta give some credit to the cool kids. They were even skinnier than me. Like I wasn't jumping in my denim. I was just those are my brothers. I wasn't jumping in my den, but I was wearing Japanese denim because I felt like if you go to Japan, you'll understand what I'm saying. Like everything was advanced. So the stuff I was wearing, they were wearing it. So when Jay says a Vizu, 2002, the Vizu was popping in 2000, 1999.
Gotcha.
I went to Japan in 2009. They gave me MCM gear. MCM gear didn't hit in the States to 2012 because they had the license in Japan.
Got it.
They were doing FaceTime on flip phones in 2009 in Japan. If you're today, 3 years in advance, they are 3 years ahead of us. All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
That's fact.
So it was important for me to separate myself from my other peers with fashion. You know, like it was very important for me to do that. And I was happy to be that spokesperson.
No, man. Yeah, you definitely did that.
It's tough.
And I'll let you jump in here in 1 second. The reason why it was very important, I feel, is because where a lot of people and a lot of your fans and supporters that they come from the battle rap scene.
Yes.
Which you have been a king for a long time.
I wouldn't say a king.
You don't think so?
I would say a traveler. Like I think those, you know, there's guys that got 50, 60 battles. I only have 3.
Okay.
I'm a traveler. Like I'm got the passport. I step in like, yo, what up, y'all? How y'all doing? I step and I'm out. You know, I'm not really somebody. I don't want to take credit for that. But there's guys that do it on a consistent basis. It's just the fact that I was I don't want to be like the lyricist version of Soulja Boy, but I was literally the first.
Wild.
I was literally the first to go to those battles. Artists refused to go to the battles. It was like a secret kind of thing in the industry.
And I think the danger of those was like, you know, you got NBA players and they be like, I'm gonna go play at like some open run. But you like, man, there's some dude that nobody knows just gives me 60. I'm gonna be looking wild. Like, so somebody that is going to these and you sign, it's like, if I go here and somebody just eat my food in here.
But I was just going to watch. They didn't even want to come watch. Let that sink in. They want to come and watch the battles.
Being cold up.
Right? I went for like 2 years straight, and I said, when they sold out Santos, it was 400 people. They sold out 400 people. I said, what's next? They sold out Webster Hall. I called Q-Tip. I said, yo, you got to pull up. He said, I love that rap. I pull up. And then I put him on the phone with Smack. And then Q-Tip put him on the phone with D. And then D Brown invited Busta. So that's something that you think?
Yeah.
That was because I called Q-Tip and said, yo, pull up. And everybody pulled up.
From there.
So, but before Diddy, so I was the first one. I don't have the notoriety. But before Q-Tip being pulled up, no battles. It did not happen. After that, Jada, shout out to Jada. You saw Method Man, you saw Drake. X started to come after that. But before that, before the summer of 2012, on YouTube, at a battle other than me.
If you remember, that's right. That's real shit. Yeah, for
me. Pioneer business.
Now, pushing the culture forward is part of what we talk about and how impactful it is. Court, tap in. What you got? Because I already know how your mind be working, and I'm gonna warn you. Court be creative with his questions. They be good ass questions. They just be creative. But yeah, Court.
I mean, you want me to ask in the likes of battle rap?
I want you to go. I want you to be Court. Whatever's on your mind, that's what I want you to ask. Even if we pivot, it's fine.
It's an honor, bro.
Oh man, thank you so much.
And the mic a little bit closer. There you go.
And my first question would be, because I'm probably gonna have a million, but I'm trying to get at least 2 or 3. My first question would be, I know you talked about how music has an archaic, used to archaic way, which was, your radio hit, and then the whole process behind that. You said with the new age, what would be the new way now? Like if you was talking to an artist and you were supposed to be, I guess, managing them, what would be the process now?
I mean, the process now, social media. Social media is a very big tool to use to grow your fan base. The support system is very important. And it's something that I learned, before I got my first job. I was, we New Yorkers. So these 2 companies I'm gonna mention, they're gonna know exactly what it is. Cutco, which is knives.
Yeah.
And Kirby, which is vacuums. I had to sell those 2 when I got out of school, right?
Door to door.
Door to door. And it's a pyramid scheme, right? So if I sell you a Kirby vacuum, before I leave that sale, I'm hoping that you tell me about him and him. Now I'm gonna go to these 2 guys. He's gonna buy the Kirby. He's not. But if he doesn't buy the Kirby, you know somebody that might want one, and do you know somebody? And then it just continues to go. And that's how an artist is supposed to build their following. It's through a pyramid scheme. All of their friends need to be pushing their music, and their friends need to be pushing it to their friends, and then their friends need to push it to their friends. At some point, it's going to get to somebody that's actually important, and then they're going to do it on their own, and that's how it blows. Aside from that, obviously Spotify playlists, going and networking with people. You have to, networking is very important. And having great music and being a great person, being humble, having a great personality is very important to be successful in the music industry. If you don't have that, then nothing is going to happen from there.
That's real. That's real. And I can echo that. And Corey, you can follow up after this as well. Because like I said, Friday was my first time meeting you in person. You know what I'm saying? So we see you and you know what I'm saying? You a fan and things like that. But the way you welcomed everybody, and you had a lot of love in the building. You know what I'm saying? But even the people that you didn't know, it was still, you know what I'm saying? It was still love from there. And excuse me. I think a lot of new artists don't understand that, because I think a lot of them are awkward. They're used to just being in their room, doing the studio stuff, just dealing with the social media part. And I think they miss the interaction of real life because they don't have it all the time. So I think when you speak on it, they need to hear that more. You know what I'm saying? Not only just for the interaction with them in the public, but also their interaction with artists that they looked up to coming up, and really artists that they admire, no matter what their age is.
I mean, I think it's important. One thing that we said earlier, right?
JP, what up?
The one thing that we said earlier was, my man Will, he was saying how, in my 20s, I was able to go to the club and then go to work and then to job maybe and go back to the club. These guys, they're coming up in the pandemic era and they're introverted. So they're staying in their homes. They're not networking. They're not meeting new people. They're not being able to spread their thought process. And then when it is time for them to come out and perform, they're performing in front of other people that are performers as opposed to build that network. And it's very important to build that network so that people can support you. And I think that is the big catalyst to showcasing what an artist is. And we teach that at my school, Pendulum Ink.
Oh yeah, let's perfect.
I think I got some more questions. He's let him ask one more question, then we get right into Pendulum Ink.
All right, got you.
Oh man, I was gonna.
He's a professional out here. Listen, no, go ahead. Come on, go.
If you were to describe your greatest strength, because I'll put things in basketball terms. That's just my best way of explaining it.
Facts.
You know, Curry knows that he got his jump shot to rely on.
Right.
I know he has his physicality. You know, so I know me when I'm going into certain rooms, even if I'm green, I know for a fact my big strength is my people skills. I know I can talk. I know I can be able to interact. I know I can be able to mingle.
Right.
So what would you say, you know, I heard you traveled a lot. I know you've been in labels, you've been around the industry. So what would you say was your biggest strength from day one?
I mean, if we're gonna go through the basketball analogy, for me, you know, I would say I'm the Magic Johnson of the game.
Come on. Listen.
Because I'm gonna pass first, shoot second. But really, I'm gonna be flashy first, which is the fashion. Then I'm gonna pass second, and then I'm gonna shoot my shot. And
That's definitely magic.
you know what I'm saying?
Magic.
And then I'm gonna grab a board before I, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna also grab a board, and I'm also block, I'm also stiff. So like for me, I'm really, really a people's person. I'm really someone who wants to give back. I'm really someone who wants to give more to the space and to the culture. It's very important to lay your foundation and your legacy to where it is. Because when you listen to the album on journal writings, I say, you know, I got a shorty now. You know, when I die, how am I going to be talked about? I look at when people pass away online, you know, I'm like, what are people saying about these people? And I want to make sure, because my son he's only 3 years old. So it's like when he gets older, I want people to be like, damn, Mickey really held the culture down. He did everything in his power to give back. And I want to give the culture to my son so that they'll be like, okay, they'll hold him in the same regard that they hold Big Pun's son, Chris Rivers. I want that. That's what I want.
Yeah. Because he's doing a lot for it, man. You said a lot in just that one response. You really did. Like
I told you this is gonna be a heavy one.
Listen, and we are here for it because, like I said, we try to separate ourselves from everybody else. But let's focus on and let me ask this the right way, because saying it one way is cool. But all right, let me figure this out. What has changed in your content since you become a father?
So I still curse. First, because the kids are gonna curse regardless.
Right.
I say you ain't stopping that.
I ain't
Not at all.
stopping them. But I think it's important to be a role model. And I know Charles Barkley, I know a lot of guys say they don't want to be role models. People look up to us, and people look up to me, and people look at me from an eye level situation, right? There are brothers that are my age that look at me at eye level. And I think, and there's people that are older than me that look down, right? It's very important to showcase this thought process of being an inspirational person as well as an influence, right? If I learn something, I need to be able to give that back. Where are we hoarding information? If I learn out, like in my my next 2 freestyles dropping, I'm gonna give you a little bit.
Come on, let's get it. Come on.
On the LA Lakers, when they put on "We Gonna Make It," right on the second beat, I start talking about stocks. I start rapping about stocks, and I don't know. I'm not gonna say people don't rap about stocks, but I actually like dive into it for like 8 bars and break it down really quickly. When I go to Flex, I'm giving him a whole financial plan and rap. I think it's important for us as Black people. Like we have to give back, and I could be helping somebody that's my age. I could be helping somebody that's 50. I could be helping somebody that's 30. As long as people know that, okay, he didn't just give us these bars, these metaphors, this misogyny or whatever, right? He kind of gave us some food, some nourishment. He didn't put me in a position and say good luck. He actually taught me it, and it's up to me to take it to the next level.
That's a fact, bro. Come on, man. Come on, listen. I love it. Yo, listen, I be getting excited about shit like that because, you know, like I said, that's the point that we're at, and we understand how important it is for what we do. You know what I'm saying? That energy and that information and how it translates to the next generation is just different.
Yes.
So when I hear it on the album and on the project, and I can tell how much it means to you and trying to communicate that to them, you do it very well. It's something that I've been welcoming from hip hop artists, for just from not hip hop artists, just from our culture, period. No matter where it's coming from, as long as you have a way to communicate it to the next generation. That, because I got a 20-year-old daughter, you know what I'm saying? So I remember vaguely in my older age what it was like, you know what I'm saying, when she was riding the bike the first time, and what you want to put out there into the world so that they take it in, what our kids and the next generation taking in is so important. Because everybody's not going to catch it. But that's why I need you to talk about it.
Right.
I need Will to talk about it. I need Court to talk about it. Because everybody's going to absorb it at a different rate. They may not hear from me because they may be like, yo, that nigga Nas voice is annoying as shit.
Right.
But But Mickey, the way he put it on the track,
Yeah.
oh shit, let me go see about these investing in stocks. And that's why I'm such a big emphasize about us sharing information. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, but just thank you for that. And we need to dive down more into that. But I wanted Will to respond because his kids are in between. Like
Okay.
you got a young one, and my daughter is grown. His kids are in the middle.
Okay.
10 and 13.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Thank you. I always back to real quick the profanity thing.
Okay,
'Cause I always had it, and people miss this. I was like, it's not the profanity. That's not the end all be all. Like I think people sometimes they catch the curse word and miss everything. I have an unbelievable message,
Right.
and if the only thing you catch is fuck. That was
wasn't
just to
listening.
emphasize what I was saying. Like that wasn't the message.
Right.
Like you missing it. I think sometimes people turn themselves away from some fucking food. So shit that might, that might stick to the ribs a little bit because you don't want to hear a curse word. Right?
Yeah.
I was like, I hate to tell y'all this, man, but your kids is cussing already. Come on.
Yeah.
Like I
it's
make no
true.
mistake. I got a 10 and 13-year-old. I know they cuss.
Yeah.
I mean, they ain't gonna do that in front of me. 'Cause
Don't
I'm
do
nut
it
up.
around me.
But like, come on, man. I was 10 and 3. I was cussing a sail at school.
Yeah, of course.
Didn't even know how to do it right.
That's your first initiation
Oh,
of doing
come on,
something
bro.
bad. You go to the room like,
Man, I'm New York City public school, bro. You already took me whack.
you say it
It's
first.
going whack.
Bro,
Yeah. Ricky said, "Bitch."
What was that Kevin Hart skit? My mama said I could say 2 cuss words every dude. You want the fuck in.
Like, man, don't let that be the reason you missed the message because of that, man.
Yeah,
Just don't let that get.
Go ahead.
Can we get pendulum now?
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Let's do
Alright.
it. Let's do it. I'm with it.
All right, so I don't know how bad I'm a fan out, or I want to.
In the
I'm
microphone.
gonna conduct a real interview with this fan out real quick.
Oh,
fan out for sure.
Come on, Queens.
show love, D.
So when I first seen it, I was like, the funny part, he goes, "Yo, I'm gonna get Mickey Factz on the show." I was like, Paul, he said, "You know what it is?" I was like, "Yo, stop playing with me." I was like, stop playing with me. Don't do that. But I'm sitting there like, nah, for real. He's like, yeah. Oh shit, y'all talking about that? Like, yo, I ain't gonna be able.
Oh man.
I was like, I ain't gonna miss this one. Y'all gonna be all right. Y'all hold it down, right? So, but to be honest with you, I did not know about the school.
Okay.
And so I seen you was coming, and I started doing all my research and
All
writing
your
down.
Googles.
Yeah, all my googling. You know what I mean? So I started, and I'm like, damn, I ain't know about this, right? And just more than anything, man, the curriculum, what's being broken down, the idea of what's the rockology. Am I getting that right?
Yeah.
Like just the idea of like a course dedicated to like basically a mental health aspect in hip hop.
Yes.
Which is shit we talk about here all of the time. You know what I mean? I'm sitting there, I'm like, ooh. Like I just want to go in the back of the class. Like, you know me, fill a notebook up. Like, oh,
Yeah.
what's that? Oh, okay. Like so, like just watching that and like and I kind of got off the build. I mean, off the Billboard article,
Shout
but
out
it's
to
just like
Billboard.
Indeed.
And if you ain't read that article, that shit is phenomenal, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Rolling Stone next.
Oh, come on.
Okay,
Come on.
let's go.
My fault.
No. Get touching them all. Cool.
Nah, they
I'm
didn't even
out
know.
here. I'm outside.
If we gonna get, we got to do it.
No, he said that.
We touching all bases.
Yeah.
But like just, and I guess people who ain't read it yet, like how did this? I got to like I don't want to put words in your mouth now because I read. I'm gonna let you do it.
Right.
Like how do we get to the point where I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
That's perfect. Go ahead.
I mean, it's a couple things, man. I mean, for me, I was thinking to myself, what retirement look like as a rapper? And I couldn't, you just receive royalties or you just go and talk for the rest of your life. And I was like, man, maybe there needs to be a space for people to teach. And then DMX and Black Rob died. And their deaths online were publicized. And, Black Rob sadly passed away with nothing, right? And DMX, people fighting over his estate. And I think as black people, whether in the entertainment business or just in general, we don't think about the future. We think about right now. And a lot of that is generational. We can get on the topic about that, right? But we are a diaspora that's been decomposed because of society. And for me, I want to break that generational chain, right? And I want to be able to have a space for, let's say DMX was still alive, right? And he loved Arizona. Yeah. Humbly, I would go to him like, oh, come to school and learn the lexicon so I can have you teach a course at the University of Arizona through Pendulum Ink, right? That's the goal, right? So yeah, I'm teaching you how to be a better rapper so you can be a better artist. But I'm also trying to teach structure in hip hop. We never had structure. We never had rules. White people, they got rules. Chinese people, they got rules. They abide by. We are all over the place. At some point, somebody has to be like, this is what this is. And if you follow this, you can end up here. And that's the purpose of Pendulum Ink. If I go to master class and they say, Don't call us, we'll call you. That's because they're in a space where they're not appreciating the culture from a space of someone who loves it. They want to get Nas. Shout out to Nas. What he did with them was great.
Right.
Or they go get Timberland. Shout out to Timberland. They go to him because he's great. But at some point, you got to tap into the real culture. And that's what hip hop has always been about, tapping in with the real culture. This is real culture. I don't know, people right here, you look on the wall, there's records on the wall here.
Yeah, come on.
Right?
Yes.
Janet Jackson's on the wall. TLC, Troop. That's hip hop. Yeah. Hanging stuff on the wall. White people weren't hanging records on the wall. This is us. This is actual living, breathing culture. And it's very important that somebody, it didn't have to be. Because if it was somebody else, I would be knocking on their door, please, let me be a teacher here. Right. Whatever it takes for me to do that, I want to do that. So for me, I said, look, let me create this so that we can go to the universities, the public schools, the high schools, private schools, the middle schools, to get people to teach this to our youth and to our adults, our teenagers, our young adults, our seniors. I have a 55-year-old student in my class. Now I have a 22-year-old student in my class, right? And I have a student who's about to graduate from my school teaching a group of students that are 12 and 13 years old.
Come on.
It's important that hip hop has structure. We need structure. And it just so happens that I'm the person to give structure. And I was happy that I had the fortitude and the selflessness to do that.
Right.
And whatever it takes to push this thing forward so that we have more legends that have a 401k. We don't have 401ks in hip hop.
Yeah.
We don't have unions.
Yeah.
We have retirement plans. A lot of us don't have life insurance.
Oh.
I rap about this stuff constantly because it needs to be drilled. Somebody got to hit shit.
Real drill.
But the thing about it,
That's hard. That's hard.
Because think about it is, especially on this project, it's not to, because I don't want people to get it confused like it's just super lesson. It's like, yo, it's enjoyable vibe out music that's going to key into what you need to be hearing anyway. And I don't even like saying need to be hearing, but it's just bars and it's musicality that is just like, you know what? This is dope as shit. And like he's talking to me. So
I feel like I cracked the code on that. Like if I wanted to do a gospel album on rap, I feel like I could do it. The way that you do it is you gotta talk about yourself and your failures and your problems.
Yeah, you said that.
Gotta be on yourself. And then you gotta tell how you got out of it. So when you listen to my album, right, it's called Something Else Here. It's really just whoever hears it, it's only us here, right? So when I say things like I'm researching on how I can scale my price, I take advice from the people that failed in life. When you go on social media, people are like, I don't want to hear no bum talk to me about how to get on. What? Hey. I want to know how you got there. What happened? Tell me.
Did you go left?
How did it go left?
Yeah.
Tell me what was the turning point? I think people miss that point is, but sometimes the somebody don't have the exact blueprint how to get there.
Yes.
They can give you the whole list and be like, hey, this hole right here, this will you walk to the left here. You don't want that.
Did you say hole or hole? Right?
Oh, no.
I'm just asking.
Easy.
Just want to clear. I just want to be clear.
There's pitfalls in this motherfucker.
I'm just asking. That's what because
I say that shit all the time. Like, man, they may not have a blueprint, but they may be able to tell you what not to do. Don't do this. I did this.
Yes.
See what got me at, right? That shit didn't work. So don't miss this.
That's
Smart man learn from mistakes.
That's true. That's literally what I said. Yeah. I love I research how I scale my price. Advice from the people that failed their life. I love success stories, dog. But where's the strife?
Yeah.
Let me hear the stripes. Did that ship sell tonight? Like I want to know. Like I need to know. Right? Like if I'm running a radio station, I want to talk to the person who got fired from the radio station. I don't want to talk to the person that's successful. Yeah. Right. Like I need to know how you messed up because in my mind as a radio program director, I'm already on the right track. What's the wrong tracks? I don't go on that track.
Yeah.
Wise man learn from mistakes.
There you go.
Come on.
He talking to talk.
So what do you think is preventing from that being a more knowledgeable lesson across the landscape of hip hop?
I mean, the powers that be know to keep us under by putting out misogyny, putting out alcoholism, great tequila, drug use, gun violence. Yeah. Guns are supposed to protect. I'm not supposed to boast and say I got the 40 on me. Yeah. Pull up. It's to protect yourself. Yeah. Not to brandish it, right? Yeah. Alcohol and drugs, they're meant to enjoy in that one period of time. But in our music, it just feels like
dominate.
It's like you do it 24/7. Even from space of spending our money. We're spending our money with nonsense. Like we spend our money on expensive cars that we can't afford. Right. We spend our money on clothing that we can't afford. And then you go to the projects.
After
mine is this: if you're gonna be fly, be fly. Like don't just be fly when you put clothes. And your box is disgusting. Don't put it on clothes and you can paper plates in your house.
Yeah, mattress on the floor.
You gotta have the crate barrel of Williams Sonoma in the cabinet. Make sure you have the doorman downstairs. Oh man, like get the plush couches.
Make it match.
Get the Samsung. Get a fucking situation. Everything gotta be good. Highest. Listen, headboards are cool. Please like headboards, B.
Ladies love headboards.
I feel it's just like people just think. I just saw say, yo, you want video for the shoes. Rules, thought processes are backwards. Get your insurance. If you yo, I love my get insurance. That's to show you that you love them.
Okay, sorry, because you talk about life insurance.
Yes.
If you want some now, like you need to tap into yours on this particular song. Which ones on the new album need to listen first to understand what we're saying about life insurance? Because I understand, but if somebody who hasn't listened to yet, I don't know. This is
Yeah.
Somebody's out. Which tracks do you like? Okay, go up and see you. Which track need to listen to first?
They definitely need to listen to me too.
Okay,
They definitely need to listen to 10K.
Mm-hmm.
They need to listen to Gen Writings. They need to listen to
Oh man,
those records. You know, every song.
That was 2 of my 3 favorites. Not even both.
Oh shit, that was.
Yeah, Gen Writings. You know, we talking about what I'm through. 10K is like that's right. The not for this urge. IRS will know whatever you want to serve. That's on serial over curves. No prices on menu. Show just words. That's different. Like that. It's like you know, like
I'm just saying.
you know, with the bill, just hand on the card. That's for you. I don't look at it. That's for you.
Yeah, I know. I want to see that.
Yeah, and I feel like we get to that space because us black people we dictate and drive the culture of the world. We are the number one work in society.
I talk to myself.
And how are the number one expert in fashion, in music? We don't have a college course directly affecting what that we do. It's disgusting.
It is. Because okay, little background, and then we move more into the gotcha. Because I always go this way. I put you on partner. We focus on the positive side of culture.
Okay.
Anytime any artist producer and that go to you back.
Beautiful.
We've been doing that since. Thank you. So here now, Aspen. Listen, it's the people who really understand what has been about how much it's meant to us, how much it has changed what we're about as a people. So all negative stuff to publicize and proud off of, we're on the other aspect of it. So I want to hear about the people about the school, and I know you do. All I can find out more.
ENDULUNINK. And order everything. You know, I open up with Rodex and stuff. Next year, I'm working on Pistol Up and listen to MC's music. Sanjay, we found big like what is it? People will never be from it. Students play music. So that's simply it's not comparable. We're trying to. I think it's very important that people in that school is really going to shit and change culture.
Yo, you see a little like I'm going to professors that are like only like that even students like say no regular.
It's not regular.
Nah, it's like I seen Bun doing the.
Oh yeah.
Come speak for 3-year-old boy. Reached out to Bun in April, and I need you to do this for me. And said, I got you. You know, so he's talking to the students. He's gonna be handing. I'll probably hand the degrees in your hands. They would never be in the same room with me. And it's special to split up.
Listen, I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like Fairmont. Like
Ransom.
Bro,
RJ Bane. Abdul. Big Butcher.
Oh my God. A lot of people that
Big Crit. Big Boy. Podcast.
Yep.
Like the EMC on DC team coach.
Easy.
Okay, yeah, I'm easy. But could you look like he both instead of easy? So I just couldn't comment. But like everybody else, we got Women's Month. So Women's Month is in society. Right. I'm like, no. They march inside and fuss out August. So I got shot pulling up.
Come on.
I got dig pulling up. I got that pulling up.
Oh gosh.
I'm trying to advise you if you just come on, girl. I got back for you. Right?
It's my game comes, but I'm excited about like that because I want to. And like I said, we have certain people do type of work, but not on this level that you have taken it on. You know what I mean? So it's out your product, but I feel like it's a different purpose that you were spinning into. You speak so much on the project, and it's like, yeah, this is nice. It's my thing, and I'm trying to do. I'm big course, I'm big course. But school is gonna be my legacy.
Absolutely. You know, everybody can't be Drake every day. They can't be not. Everybody can be RP. But you know, we all love. Yeah, we love. we all love Side of Friends. We all love Sauce. We all love. We all love Ray. Like, and sometimes there's unseen heroes. Somebody like Tim and Issy. You know, and everybody's gonna be the grist. They're gonna be in that conversation. But it's like events are incredible. But when they spray, have some doors. Sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need a cage. Sometimes you need. Sometimes you need. Sometimes solish. And people understand that is okay. But you got that, you can be accepted.
Yeah, but you talking about Luke and Luke's already on Attention Live. So right. Definitely ask you about this. It's one town, right? School in Orlando. Okay. You recently did an album. I don't even know how to phrase it right. An album event in Orlando at the Animal House. Your preview. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you. Tell them about what experience was and different.
You know, I mean, they don't step by. I could easily do this. But at some point, we need to expose. We need to give other people opportunities to build their brands. We need to give opportunities. Like, I gotta come here. I got this talk. So yeah. Orlando was part of it, and people were like, you ain't gonna mind me. I didn't go to Orlando.
Come on,
right?
That's it.
So Orlando's key stars. I did Bronx, that's where I'm from, and then Atlanta. That's where I'm from. That's like I to make people. And it was that. I did Barz on 95. I did Lakers. I did J05. Flicks tomorrows. I raced out of Vegas. We inside Vegas. We already go to Vegas.
That's right.
And like the first artists come here, give us these bars, and then they go to people roasted. That's culture.
That's it.
That's culture. That's it. Not even there. So we need to establish that. Next time I'm going to Denver. Why not?
Makes sense.
You gotta give people a chance. And if they don't take a chance. It's on them, but at least give them the opportunity to succeed, Phil. And that's what I'll be trying to do.
Man. Long lyrics. What am I missing? That's some stuff. Yeah,
with it.
Between sheets. Listen, you got to
I was on this and just elaborate about vision. What do you do as far as self-maintenance? Like, on a daily basis, what you mentioned, so, that's why they get in them, they do house,
Yeah.
give a trend. What you show?
I mean, for me, my son, seeing him is I like how I work hard. Seeing he's going crazy, and I got open. And right with my co-students, it's very important because without them, I'm not who I am. You know what I mean? And that
Your book?
I only read autobiographies. Yes, yo, man. I love the fictions. I read fictions. I read the non-fictions. I read mysteries. I read all that. I didn't know people's oddity. I didn't know how you got what you could. I need to know the failures. It's important that we read about why somebody failed. My favorite books. My book. Autobiography of Steve Jobs.
Oh man.
And autobiography of Johnny Cochran. Like people, in terms of right again, I'm trying not to get crazy. But in terms of like Johnny Cochran goes before OJ, and he failed. I love when people fail because you got every pop gotta be. I feel down how I get from there. Steve Jobs, he failed 3 times because he had it and he failed. He started to suck. On the block, they were like, "Oh, me out. I'm eating all apples and grapes." He's vegan. He went wild raw. He can eat apples and grapes. Watch my shit right now. So next time, he'll be in the company. Nobody care about Bill Gates. Bill Gates was that guy. So my man's on the block, and he focused on marketing. That's the like people. We focus on this is fly, bitch. So you got buy into with me because it's fly, and hard was fly. Oh wait, you got 400 songs on. Instead of he played only 10. That's fly.
Yeah. Even on 12 names.
Even if you can compete from a speed level. If you got this engine in 2001, and I got iPad, I popped and display, you still trying to. I already in the next door. So that I read like.
Every time I get into some in my life, I like, man, documentary.
Not key. I haven't. Well, that's. But I also have not read John on JC. I haven't read Jacob's autobiography either. You know, like I was like, that's interesting.
I got 3 more books. I haven't read that. I need to. Okay. Icons.
Oh, I read that.
I heard good. I read it. Icons.
Okay.
And Dappin. Yes.
I'm for that. I was super pointed that because I vote time at least. I'm read it. You know what I'm saying? The same also what I sell and share with people. One of my favorite books. I've got several, but one of the ones I share with people is everyone to read the 4 minutes. By Miguel West. Have you heard?
No. I love to.
Listen. When I say it's transcendent for life and interactions with the people, how you communicate with them, it helped me more when I first read. I talk about it now on dates, in our regular first conversation. That book really resonates with someone age and how to and how to work with people. So if you haven't read it, I just want to my books. I get in that because I thought 4 Greens is one of those ones that I'm glad where that's at.
Incredible. What you got? You
No.
You know about the need.
Not one. No.
What do for the topic for your album?
Thank you. So this is a funny story. The producer,
Producer.
this fantastical, this fantastical, it's like this. It was something ridiculous. We were on, and he has a dialogue. One person. Everyone knows one person. So he playing beats, and he's on this right now. I'm like, it's all here. That's it. That's some rich shit. It's only that's where the title came from. Like no exaggeration. It was me and him. I didn't but it was only him. I joined comments. There's one person there that was.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, I want you to know, it's only us here." Like, what are we doing? What are we doing? You want to play it? And he was like, "Yo, that's how I'm saying. This is fire." And that just purposely so fit what we're talking about.
Yeah. I was going to writings 2022 and rest about my 3. But those are my. So I'm about thinking 3 listen. Those are 2 I had to like play more from the first. I was like,
That's the lyricist version of Dream. Like me.
Yeah, I heard him was talking about that Friday.
That's fine.
Yes.
That's the 2 yo.
Yeah. Like after those 3, I was like, you good too. Was like, I want to hear him. Yeah. Like you know, like with the big folks one. Like even the music, you start going with these things like I kind of do this. I'm like,
What's that? 3,000 songs a day in the bars?
Yeah. People have 20,000 songs. Inspired 20,000 songs a day. Not for this, man. So you gotta be the stand up.
Yeah.
Well, definitely.
Yeah, more than that. More than that. The Joyce, I want to mention this one. Before we go, I want to talk about you and a good friend of the show, E-Butter.
I love him.
That's a family. Y'all do some special word, man. It's like y'all do songs, but the song are most of the time me. So I just really just talking on that with the intention. I'm in the home team. I know. But you know, so I'm better.
I mean, man, I'm in people who've seen Outer Banks, and Orlando last week, and he reached out to me to do a feature, and we did the feature, paid for the feature. He was on the show for tour. That's like cool. And they bubbled the day, and when I did was flooded. I would do the same thing. And shut the
Indeed.
And he also like paste the kid P-Butter. He reached out to me and did the record later. And we worked again together at when I had shows in Orlando. And I reached out for the Orlando show. That's my price, and he said, "You have to do that." And we put together. It was a successful. He went over above me and somebody who got cold told him, I said, next time we're around, we're going to for free.
Thank you. It's like everybody minds your own out there.
If it was easy, that's the one.
Yes.
That's
one.
That's one. And we got another one we did pre-ope, but it feels easier than the same. Yeah. I brought him on stage a couple times. I had this on a party. You know, like he's still a good brother. And for me, it's important to empower people you work with. It's very important. And like, just continue to take. So I saw his face. I said, "Yo, then let's do this with me, gosh." And he was like, "Yeah, so that's the moment, right, that you work for." And it's important that we give back. If you don't give back, you just do it. I don't want to feel like that ever.
You think come to that, especially cool, but kids. Any words, not words.
I'm sorry, I know exactly.
Thank you.
I'm not going to go through. Running through, yeah. I just brought running through, yeah. That's the hard part of people. So I just like features.
I'm in the wrong. We're like, yeah, so some trash. Like,
That's champagne comments.
oh, champagne. That's champagne. Yeah, shit right there. I got anything for Buck.
We're gonna get into another conversation.
We got some team.
Yeah, we
Let's go. I'll go. Oh,
very good.
You watch was I knew you dabbled in the rap, wasn't trying to go heavy, but how do you feel like battle rappers hit that transition stage?
I think fellas, you struggle with him. Being out about a person every day is not easy. You're always in the angry mode. So if we're battling, and we battle on February 7th, somebody, by the way. But I have no. If me and Nas are battling, and God play positive, I have to think about that too. And I have to be angry with them too. People that have veracity toward this brother. I play verses and watch you never before. Then I hurt my seats and vice versa. On top of that, bring me back, prepare out this brother. I go and somebody reach out to me to that with tomorrow. And I'm gonna take it this lot. So now not only am I angry at this brother, I will. I'm preparing two people to react. While I'm angry, then on top of that, I go out in April. So I'm ready for people that don't care, trying to school the arts people. Ain't negative toxic mode. I could piece people to think what lyricism is. And it's only when big level up. You know, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, they can't break out of the cycle of being able to treat me at this emotion. And that's why I got around college. That's cool. So you can dive into your emotional side, right? Because yeah, so I'm helping my people. But only just talk about, you know, who's my best friend, who's one. We have kind of relationship. We weren't still involved. Losing her hurt me. Right? A week ago, having a relationship issue, we're going back and forth, and it's very hurtful. That's personal. I will do that. They end up being will or not. Court. They don't have capacity to be because it's a gladiator sport. And that's the reason why I don't like to be in that space.
I feel like a different talent trap just had in life.
The beautiful space, it's like you're wrong. You had to see them battles. People and they want to let shit.
Yeah, when I read like that's how to see and you use energy. Yeah, obviously they know how to set their target.
I'm angry. Women beautiful. I like being in the office. I like being out. You know, like calmness and peace. In peace. I will never. It's just like why? Like it's like what am I gonna say for a black woman? Most black women about right? Like no, I got too much like abuse. Like come on, I'm not see. I'm not gonna put him out. When do so too? I'm not. You know, hard. I know women that's hard, that's tough, like that. You told me, sir, we go so. That's in true space. You get a girl said like. Dance from to sound like Janae go, you are you want to give a rose? Like, you a master.
It's different. The funny part is, it's like I telling just that. It's like, oh man, you mad at us? I want how we about everything. Damn guy. The good king. Spend some time with the initiative. Any last question you all have? I said this totally, but it's that selfish piece.
Absolutely not no. But I just want to man, thanks for you coming in, bro, and sharing with the music and the message behind it. Like, I be some people that message is like that's what I'm like it's the type of thing I'm tapping into today, like to hear that. Like if I like put on in the shoot, oh man, like just like I was telling a lot of music, man, you can't be in the my pot, and he like it's not popping into. It's like it's beat, like it's a rap. Like I said, need to get albums from like a rap behind we on the rip. Like that's what we play. Like listen to my days, I was supposed to drink, like clearing all different music and all hip hop, like how we got all things. So my mom, every guy in the car is my. Alright, I'm trying to just listen it and I could like here. Oh, let me.
And at this point, we have these conversations.
Be intentional, though.
That's it.
Weird asking this DJ because like, all right, because no people don't know. Can we get a quick 16?
I gave y'all earlier.
You did.
You see this? I started it off. I gave y'all like 50. So you want me to get short?
You did?
No. Listen, it's not hip hop is right. That's about it. I give you but even my name.
That's what I can't do no more. Bro, just your knowledge because I'm like, yo, you ain't gonna that because I did.
Boy, not didn't give you the bar earlier.
No, you mean son.
Oh wait. I mean, I should have got the phone. Somebody should say, "Yo, me bar." I wrote them. I play. I'm from hip hop. So if we can not see, let me give him these bars. And I said off. I said it off. I said my knee.
For even.
What's some style with this?
Like I stress, I just really care about what you do, and that's the difference. You said mention Barkley don't want to roll my belly. I think people have to do what you do. That's the only thing that cares about the game much. So I really hope that respect. You can just tell the about respect.
Yeah, but this is just more folks. Yo, just anything else you want to lead it with?
For me, if you want to sign up for Pendulum Ink, Pendulum Ink, I have You want to become you learn about culture, about shape, and you learn about visual aesthetics from a hairstyle standpoint, fashion, jewelry. You learn music, you learn about money, we got that. You want creating, we got that. You want electronics, which is about, we got that. You want to do, you want to learn about content creation, content, we got that. You want to learn about we got that. And that's just I already working on service and I'm working on little games, just valley.
Like, you know, man,
yeah, we got, law who do electronics, he's teaching business class. I'm working on mandatory class, you know what I'm saying? Working on pop fitness, right? Can imagine act class and asshole. Come on, like, you know what? Okay, I get crazy. I get very crazy.
I guess it's because I love so. And this is another short version. It's another last question. Because how did you even realize this? And I don't think conceptualize is the best word, but really, people have been attempting to do this. But for you to connect all of these dots and put the blueprint together and say all the names that you're saying and people that respect that and respect you and understand and connecting with the academia, I could keep going. But just talk to them. Come on.
Selflessness, bro. Because look, you know this shit, right?
Yeah.
People did before because we're trying to get you. And you can make a lot of money for this. But you have to, as an entrepreneur, 90% of entrepreneurs that start business fail because they are not doing anything, taking the money for themselves. I'm being able to pull up. And this out came because I got to myself. That's the only reason why I came out. I give money for the bank. I'm not getting money for it. I'm getting money. I'm paying something. Letters. I'm paying. But I'm getting quality that goes back to what I said before. You can't wear fly. I hate playing your business. If I had man has left that website, I'd be done. Nigga, put together Netflix. Which is not it. So you go to you see like, and then see the merch. Like, what's this feels different. This happened, right? Like that's what matters. So if I call Big King, I'm the textbook. Can you please before this? But yes, it's different because high quality. If you spend me high quality, I get it 10. Everybody wants $1. So people do math. You can see my when I sneeze and sneeze. When I did the song who did it. Listen, when I did fun, you will see in the club. I guarantee you see and fail. The alpha steps. The only thing I particularly being like Eminem is Eminem. You got.
Oh shit!
Just keep saying, it's not him. This, I guess.
I know this, and I researched it, and listen, I'm a part of the culture, and to where you're able to reach out to get support in people.
No, you can't. Come on. I started this class back. Come on, March, and then I ended November.
I bomb. All right.
The learning keys in the building about Pendulum. The numbers out. I guess. Oh, it's something happening with me. Yep. Like the culture win. So we don't do something through. So yeah, like we do. Right?
Appreciate playing the people never been more.
No. My point. So we got it.
I'll give you just I'm not crazy. Okay. That's what I said. Man, what we got left?
I might need one too, Toya.
I have to.
What happened to the other one you had?
Product. Can you hand me the?
You got any peppermint? I love peppermint.
No. I made sure. No. I had to make sure it was odorless and not shiny.
Wait, why is that? Like peppermint sounds like.
No, you told me not to make no sense.
It works.
When I asked you, when I asked you,
taking a picture.
right. Can you put that back on now?
Yes.
Who got a Google phone?
Google phone.
I mean, Android, because you know.
And why do I have to do an Android?
I'm just saying. I mean, you got an iPhone 16, so.
I have an iPhone 12. Like he said, everything got to match. My iPhone.
Please don't get this crazy.
Talk about it. My Apple, a laptop. I see you, baby. Don't listen to these things. Come on, girl.
I'm in here. Look.
Yo.
Not the wire.
Hold on, what are you doing?
Ready? Let's go. Let me say that one.
She in Snapchat.
Nah, she a professional.
She in Snapchat.
No, I'm in Facebook. Not Facebook, but IG. They just have a better camera. Let me get one close one. Let's go. There you go.
Thank you.
My lips start
My
rattling.
brother. Thank you. This has been something else, brother. It's more than I expected. That's the best way I can put it, bro. More than I expected. So
We believe you, Toy.
yes,
Okay.
yeah, we got you.
gonna say good, Toy.
See?
Oh shit! What size hoodie you wear? Got you. Give me a second. 'Cause I ain't want to talk about the show because I was like, I don't got so many different sizes.